Hello, let me focus this. This is my AP Micro 2.8 Part 1 video redo. And I'm going to use sketch notes to describe what deadweight loss is. So a perfect market, this is supply, this is demand, this is P, this is Q. Perfect market, see, this is equilibrium, and this is the price at equilibrium, and this is the quantity at equilibrium. This would be the consumer surplus, this is the producer surplus, right? But then something happens. What happens? The government sets a price ceiling. And it's an effective price ceiling because it's below the equilibrium, right? Then the quantity at this point that's the quantity with the tax. And then this turns into deadweight loss. And then this section up here turns into consumer surplus. And then this is producer surplus, right? That's when, and deadweight loss is the benefit that is lost when the government or like some other factor stops like the good trades from happening, and then this is all the lost, like, missed opportunities. It's pure waste caused by the government's intervention in the perfect market, because it's not perfect anymore. There's this deadweight loss, right? So what's the difference between an excise, which is a per unit tax, and a lump sum tax? So it's really important how like a tax is applied. An excise tax is a tax on each unit. Excise. Meanwhile, a lump sum tax is a one-time fixed fee. And this is like what, like a tax on each gallon of gas or every single pack of cigarettes. But this would be like a license fee for like a business, no matter. And it's important that this is a fixed fee, just a one-time fee. So it's a general cost, and it doesn't shift the supply curve, and it doesn't change how many units they want to sell. So this causes no dead weight loss. But this excise tax, because it's on each unit, it raises the cost of the production and shifts the supply curve, and it causes the dead weight loss. So this is good, this is bad, because dead weight loss is not good in the market, according to economists, because it's loss. So I'm going to draw a supply and demand curve, and that's P and this is Q. If we have inelastic demand, it's gonna be a steep demand curve, right? And that means buyers, they gotta have it, they want it. Like, it doesn't matter like the price, it's the quantity demand is not gonna change much, like depending on the price. See, like, oh, here correlates to here, and here correlates to here, but then if you look at kind of eyeball it, it's like pretty much like not that much change in the quantity demanded, right? But then we have a unit, so slope of 1, supply curve, and this is supposed to be slope of 1. It'd be the same as like a regular, like, basic supply demand. These are both unit curves. So this one is the unit elastic supply. It's a standard slope. If we label this as price at equilibrium, and then this is the quantity at equilibrium, right? There's a $3 tax, then it shifts the $3. So it's going to be parallel to this. It's going to shift it. This is $3. There's a $3 difference. $3 higher. And it's parallel. And this, let's call this S2. S1, S2. It's just up, right? This creates a new lower quantity. Look at that. What is that? We call this quantity tax. Quantity demanded after the tax. And then this, the price buyers pay is this. It's an intersection with that demand curve. This is the price buyers pay. And the price sellers receive is on the original S curve, right? Because they're not. This is the market, but the government's receiving that difference. The sellers aren't receiving that $3 because even though consumers are paying $3 more for the product, the suppliers aren't receiving $3 more. So that means it's on the original S curve. And it's at this point. Wait, no. It's it's at this point. Sorry. See, because this is the quantity that's being bought. The quantity that is now being bought because of the tax, and then it intersects with the original supply line, which is what the manufacturers, the sellers are receiving, and then this creates price sellers are receiving. And then the vertical distance between this, keep in mind that's a $3 difference, right? And if you look at this, it's really interesting because you can see proportionally, see how this distance is a lot between PB and PE is a lot greater than this. That's because buyers are absorbing more of the cost of this $3 tax. More, less, right? And that's because our demand curve, it's inelastic. See how steep it is? It's inelastic, which means buyers are not flexible. They need that product, and they won't just stop buying it just because the price goes up a little, right? And because buyers have few options, they end up taking the bigger hit of that tax versus the sellers. And that's just the general rule, is whoever is least flexible pays the most in terms of taxation and elasticity. And yeah, that's it.